We do a lot of research work on lithium and its production and the process development. I can see that the vehicle manufacturing will continue to grow in India, and no doubt India will have its own battery factories, and no doubt India will have its own lithium production here as well, and we are in good position here in India too.
India has indeed been seen as a growing economy with aspirations to reach a $5 trillion economy by 2024-25. This country has indeed witnessed remarkable infrastructure growth and development over the years, and this trend has been a significant focus for the current government also. India's burgeoning infrastructure sector presents numerous opportunities. Companies from across the world have been actively participating in India's infrastructure growth story, and METSO, the Finland-based frontrunner in sustainable technologies, end-to-end solutions and services for aggregates, mining, metals refining and recycling industries solutions that they offer, is one of them. Now in our Mumbai studio, we will have an exclusive conversation with Pekka Vauramo, who is the CEO and President of METSO, and we'll try to understand what makes India the most preferred business destination as far as his industry and business is concerned. Thank you so much, Pekka, for joining us today. So, METSO has made an investment of over 1,350 crore in India and Indian market, and today generating sales of almost the same amount every year. So, how significant are these numbers as far as your group's balance sheet is concerned?
India is one of our 8 market areas in the world, and currently one of the fastest growing markets in the world globally, and of course we have a high focus on India. We manufacture here in India. We have our largest factory in Alwar in India, largest factory of all our factories. We have about 40 of them globally. And this of course makes India not only a sort of interesting market, but also a source of material and goods for exports. We are exporting about 50% of what we manufacture here in India.
So it's over 3 years now since the coming together of METSO and Autotech. How does this coming together is making an impact of your business across the world?
We are now a full line supplier for mineral processing equipment, and we cover the entire process, including the different variations of that process. And of course it puts us in a good position to compete for these opportunities. Plus also it gives us sort of more holistic view on the entire process, so that we can, through our R&D, to develop even more sustainable and better, more efficient processes for our customers.
For each and every company, people matters the most. So are you satisfied with the kind of resources what you are getting in India?
We are. I mean, India is one of the few countries where still many mechanical engineers, electrical engineers are being graduated every year, and we do have certain graduate programs that we run in order to sort of have good onboarding into our company.
Right, Pekka. So if you see across the industry spectrum, there is an energy transition happening. So in the context of energy transitions, how do you see the mining and mineral processing industry will evolve with time?
This transition requires metals. I mean, it's not only wind or solar or nuclear. This electricity need to be transferred somewhere where it's consumed or where it can be stored. And there, of course, we know that copper and aluminium play a major role in building the grid. But then both metals, maybe a bit more importantly, copper is needed on all electrical devices, all electric motors or substations or transformers, numerous equipment. A lot of focus, of course, today is on EVs, electric vehicles, and the first generation of EVs are being currently introduced by all main car makers. But this is only the first wave of EVs to come, and this is naturally boosting all the battery metals, lithium, nickel, cobalt, and some others. And we see a strong growth coming from lithium in this decade. Lithium output should grow tenfold. Copper output should grow twofold by 2040 or by 2050. So we see a strong and robust demand for these metals that we call combined electrification metals.
Right. So EV is the new sunrise sector, and it's the talk of the town across the world. And India has discovered a couple of the resources for lithium. So how it's going to be a kind of evolving factor for your business in the years to come?
Well, India is one of the biggest consumer markets, and India is a manufacturing base for vehicles, cars already today, and I can see that the vehicle manufacturing will continue to grow in India, and no doubt India will have its own battery factories, and no doubt India will have its own lithium production here as well, and we are in good position here in India to help our customers to get into new areas like lithium mining would be new in India, and get the mines going and production going.
Do you feel that lithium productions will drive the growth for METSO in India in the years to come?
It will drive the growth for METSO globally. Currently, lithium is only all lithium mines represent maybe only 5% of our sales, but growing tenfold in this decade, certainly it will play much bigger role towards end of the decade, and that includes also India.
So, any product in the pipeline that will be introduced, keeping the huge reservoir of lithium in mind in India?
Yeah, we do have a process that we have recently introduced for production of lithium hydroxide, and that process eliminates first of all harmful tailings, and it doesn't use sulfur acid at all. So it's a very environmentally friendly way and process of producing lithium. Plus, the operating costs in the process are about 30% lower than in a traditional.
That's good. That means you are already ready to join the India's EV growth story, especially when it comes to the lithium production.
Yeah, we stay very close to that one. It's there's a lot of excitement. We do a lot of research work on lithium, its production and the process development.
Thanks, Pekka, for revealing such details. Pekka, what are some of your long, mid and short-term objectives to achieve in Indian market? You have invested the amount what you wanted. You have set up a new facility now. What's next?
We want to grow with the market, and of course, world market is changing, and we need to be prepared to less global world than what we were preparing, say 10 years or 20 years ago. And this means that the regions will have a more independent role, and we need to be able to supply from each of our factories more complete deliveries to its own region. This at the same time eliminates some of the logistics. It's a cost factor as well, logistics, but at the same time it's also important that it reduces the emissions related to logistics.
As you said that India is going to grow, lots of infrastructure development is going to happen, then EV is the new areas where you are seeing the growth, not only in India but across the world. So keeping all this in mind, are you going to make any capex commitment to your Indian business?
We will grow as the market grows and as the export market grows. Currently in Alvar, I think we have used the land that we have, and the investments in Alvar will be more like a maintenance or replacing some of the older parts in the factory, and always some modifications are required in the plant. So that's for Alvar. But then we do have foundries in Ahmedabad, in Vadodara, and there we have room to expand, and then the engineering hubs that we have, they will definitely grow and require some investments, especially investments on people.
Right. So just to conclude, 5 years down the line, where do you wish to see METSO in India?
We will continue to grow in India, and METSO is well known in the industry. I mean, all mining and metals producers, they know the company, they know what our capabilities, and the reception has been very friendly here. So I have no doubt that we wouldn't grow as the market grows, and we like to be here. And this is, by the way, at this moment the biggest country for us by employment. More than 3,000 people already working for METSO here in India.
Right. Thank you so much, Pekka. And it was Mr. Pekka Vauramo, CEO and President of METSO, given a detailed insight of Indian market and told us that what makes India the preferred destination as far as the new EV destination for the global markets, as well as for mineral processing and other industry segments. Thank you so much, Pekka, for joining us.
Thank you.
For more updates, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon.